Let's get started. So, hi everyone, welcome to SAS webinar. In today's webinar, we are going to talk about the chatbot, which is an exciting first artificial intelligence feature in PPM. I would present all the details regarding this feature from the configuration to actual functionality. So, let's get started. Here is the agenda for the meeting. Before we take a deep dive, first I will be talking about some background regarding the artificial intelligence in product management area. Then what is the value proposition of the chatbot? What are the components of chatbot and how does actually chatbot work? We'll talk about that. We'll talk about PPM solution for chatbot, and if you plan to customize, if you have your own needs and plan to customize chatbot once you get it configured, I'll share some customization tip about it, present a demo after that, and lastly question and answer session. So before we take a deep dive into the PPM chatbot feature, let me briefly talk about why this first artificial intelligence feature was introduced in version 9.6 release. If you see here in this diagram, it is considered that it's expected that the project management area will go or evolve using these phases: phase 1, 2, 3, and 4. The future of project management will be heavily influenced by technological breakthroughs, and there is no doubt that artificial intelligence and machine learning will change the course of how project management tasks are delivered and controlled in the future. The common idea here is that the machines could one day learn by themselves rather than having to be spoon fed every instruction or merely acting in accordance with a pre programmed rule set. So, at a high level, it's expected that the PM field will evolve using these features. The phase 1 is integration and automation. So, for PPM product, the product currently already has automated project status updates. It shows exceptions as reminders for project managers, even the quality reminders, scheduling reports, integration with ADM products, as well as third-party products. All these functionality already exist in PPM. So we already passed the phase 1 and we are moving towards the phase 2. So in phase 2, this is chatbot assistant, and using chatbot, you can actually interact with PPM using Microsoft Team Communicator to perform some task such as creating a request or creating a timesheet for you. Chatbot prompts the required information on the Teams chat, and user can provide that relevant information on that chat. So while interacting with user, it does check the chatbot function. It does check the user security for performing those tasks before it performs those tasks. So PPM is in this phase 2 now, and we are in the phase 3. Basically, for project management, it's machine learning based on the project management. So in this phase, there would be more transparency and utilities for product managers about future of the project and also the quality of the decision making. So that's the phase 3. And then lastly, it's phase 4, which is autonomous PM, which is an extension of phase 3. It's expected that within next couple of decades, most of the project management tasks would be handled with very little to no human interaction. Certain skills like emotional intelligence, creativity, and leadership will remain under the human domain. So let's talk about what value chatbot provides. So I'm actually talking about two different use cases. One is for Joseph Bank, who is a project manager, and Joseph is actually joining for a meeting or project status meeting at a customer's on-site during his customer on-site visit. And during the review, one of the meeting attendees mentions that there is a risk, there is certain risk which is identified, and he describes it during the meeting. So Joseph, instead of logging into ppm and adding all the details there, what he can do, if he had chatbot configured, he can quickly on the chatbot, uh, the teams window, he can connect to chatbot saying that, hey, create a risk for me, and just add you know details in few seconds, and there will be a risk request created for him using Teams chat, but the chatbot functionality will create a risk request, and he can add the details at later time if he wants to. But he doesn't need to keep that in mind that I need to go back after this meeting and create a risk. He can create it right in during that meeting with very few clicks. The another use case is for Sophie, who is a agile team member, and she is extremely busy with the sprint tasks and working on the iteration demo. So on the Friday, around 5 o'clock or just before the 5 o'clock, she gets a reminder from a resource manager that she is due to submit the timesheet for that week, and then the deadline is in next few minutes. So she wants to complete her the project task, as well as she wants to quickly submit the timesheet. And pretty much, I mean, the timesheet is exactly identical as her last week's timesheet. So instead of logging in ppm, she can within just few seconds on the Teams chat, she can just say create a timesheet, and the chatbot will create a copy timesheet from the last week and submit it for her. So those are the couple of use cases that will help these users to create in basically use the chatbot automation and create the ppm entities. So let's look at how actually chatbot works. So once chatbot is configured, the ppm user on the using the Microsoft Teams can actually write in the natural language, or that how that user speaks. He can write like, okay, create a project risk for me, and this will be on Microsoft Teams. What happens is, in the background, when you configure chatbot, there is one more component called as Rasa server, which is a NLP, natural language processing tool, that is installed and configured. And Rasa talks to Teams as well as ppm instance. And what Rasa does is he takes this natural language instruction from user and translates into machine language, and it knows the intent that is defined in ppm, which is associated with this user expression. Now, I will during the demo, I will go through those intents and other setup. But basically, once he gets this instruction, the Rasa, when he converts into the machine language, he sends that, he selects the intent, and that intent has a mapping to a report type, which has the command. And using that, he actually interacts with user based on if the user is asking to create a risk, there are certain details that he would need, chatbot needs, to basically get that information from user and then create a risk request. So using that information, the report type instructions which are already configured, the chatbot gives message back to the user on the Teams that, okay, give some additional details. And when user provides all the details on the Microsoft Teams chat, finally the risk request will be created. And I'll demo this scenario during in the demo session in next few minutes. So here is, let's talk about the ppm solution for chatbot. So this solution is basically very customizable framework. So there are, if you plan to use it for your own custom scenarios, you will be able to do use this framework and add your customization. This is very similar to all other things like any report types, request type, based on your business needs. For chatbot, product has leveraged the PPM report as a command execution engine. So using the command report parameters and report commands, it actually chatbot executes those actions that are intended for that PPM intent. And there are a couple of set of predefined Java command which are now part of the out of box code, and I'll talk about that during the demo as well. So here is the out of box content that comes with the chatbot in 9.6. So there is product documentation which talks about what are the different steps to configure chatbot. So there are server configure and access grant. As I said, there is a Rasa server installation, and there is a bot which is a connector, or you can consider it as an add-on on the Microsoft Teams that needs to be configured. Uh, and basically with the endpoint and connection to the Rasa. Rasa connects with also PPM instance and the bot. And there is a content pack available which has a few report types to create the project risk, project issue, and copy a timesheet. These report types are added in this content pack as samples. And if you plan to customize or create your own intents, you can certainly use these report types as a templates and basically customize them further by copying it and then customizing it based on your needs. There are special commands that are part of the out-of-box code now, and there are few basic out-of-box intents also which are already defined for you. Rasa server VMUH is also available for customer for the EG installation. And for SaaS customers specifically, we already have pre-configured SaaS bot. So if any of the SaaS customer wants to have this feature enabled, please go ahead and basically communicate with the CSM or any member of SaaS team, and we will enable and configure everything for you for one of your environment. But do discuss this with the CSM so they can talk about the next steps for you. And now let's talk about the I'll show you in the demo. So I have logged in into the PPM instance now. So if you see, so this is 9.6 5 instance, and if in the administration, you can actually see a new chatbot management option right here. So click on that. You will see these chatbot intents. There are two types of intents: conversational intents, and there are some action-oriented intents. When I say conversational, if you just click on this greet, which is out-of-box intent, it's basically it shows the sample user expression. So when user is typing on the chatbot on the Teams, he can use these expressions, and what would be chatbot responses to any of these expression, and he's going to say that, okay, I am a PPM assistant, how can I help you? So for any of these greeting instructions, this is how chatbot is going to react. So these are just conversational, so there is no apart from this putting this text on the chat, there is no additional action here defined. So these are called as conversational action, conversational intents. Now let's look at for example, let's look at this thank you also. So this intent basically has multiple user expressions, which are common user expressions that user might use on the chatbot window. and there could be you can have actually create sample of chatbot responses, and chatbot uses this randomly when it presents those things. And now let's look at one of the action items called as create project issue. So this is action based intent. So when a user wants to create a project issue, he might use one of these sample user expressions. And if you notice, there is a report type now which says chatbot create project issue. So this project issue intent and all the setup configuration and the report type is out of box. So it comes with that add-on bundle that I just mentioned. Once that in bundle is installed, you will get all these content. And let's look at the report type. So what happens when the user says, okay, submit an issue? It basically chatbot understands that the actions based on this chatbot will follow the action and commands in this report type to communicate with the user, and eventually it creates the issue project issue for the user. So let's look at the report type, that specific report type. So this is the chatbot create issue report type. If you notice, these are the prompts are defined for this particular report type. So project for any request, when you submit any request, there are certain fields which are required, right? So for project issue also, this is the information which is required when user tries to create any project issue. And if you open this project issue a parameter, so this is a description, and in the description window, this is actually the text that the user will see when chatbot actually ask more questions on chatbot window to get the information before creating this project issue. So it's mentioned in the description window for that particular column. Make sure when you are defining fields, if you are creating your own report type for the chatbot, make sure that you have created all the fields which are required field while submitting a request, and the validation is exactly same as the request validation. So there is no issue between the report parameters and the request parameter during the submission. And in the command window, you will see there is only one command, which is a special command to create a project issue. And now so basically this report is going to execute this command, and these are the fields which it's going to use to get the information before submitting the project issue. Now let's look at the special command. So this is the special command. So if you see, this is a new out of box command, the Java command basically, that is provided in the code. And what it does is basically you have to pass the request type name for it, and then the parameters. And if you see the parameters, what it's essentially doing is taking the report parameters, which stands with rp dot then project name or other things, and it's mapping this report type parameters to a request type parameters. And chatbot will ask those questions to the user on the chatbot window to get the information first. Once all the required information, he chatbot gets all the required information, he will submit project issue request, and the request ID will be submitted, will be shown in the chatbot window as well. So these are the all report type parameters. and they are mapped to the request type parameters for the project issue. So this is how it works. So if you want to create your own um, if you want to create your own you know uh, report type, you can copy this one of these out of box report type and then change the validations and map it to the right request that you want to create. So for that, I just wanted to showcase the one that I created, um, which is not it doesn't come with that sample bundle. So this is the application bug. So what I did, so I created the intent, I defined the sample user expression, that what user might use on the chatbot to create the bug, and then mapped these intent to a report type. In the report type is very similar to the project issue. So instead of using the project issue as a request type, I have used the application demand application bug as the request type, and mapping between the report type and the request type are corresponding to that. And here is the report type for that. And these are the prompts that will get the required information to submit the application bug. So with that, now I want to showcase actually how the want to showcase the chatbot. So this is the chatbot in the Teams window, Microsoft Team window. So if I say just conversational intent like hello, uh, basically Microsoft SaaS PPM chatbot gives this response. Now let's create a project issue now. So chatbot will tell me, ask me certain set of questions, and then it will create a issue request for me. So it's asking the project name. If I suppose don't remember the project name, but I just remember the first letter of the project name, I can just enter O, and it will provide me the list of values that I can choose for the project names. Once I choose that, it will ask, describe the issue. So I can pass those details. It's asking me the priority, the date for the creation, the escalation level, and here is the project issue request. So if I go here, this is the request that is created through the chatbot. Now let's create, so for timesheet also there is a report, and there is additional Java command available, which actually copies the so this intent was not available, so that's why. So what it has done here is it has copied my last week's timesheet and created a new timesheet for it. So this I created a create timesheet, but since the mapping is not available currently, you can add it if you want. But currently the intent do not have this user expression. That's why it doesn't understand. But when I use the right one, it creates it for me. So uh, here is the timesheet that I just created, and which is by copying the last week timesheet. Um, let's create risk request. Similarly to, I'm going to use project. For some reason, it's not showing me the ID here, but it works fine otherwise. But I think you got a I think I've demoed enough with the, okay, there you go. Okay, let's try one more time. But I think since we are few minutes uh, on top of other, I would rather take if you have any questions right now. I think for a demoing purpose, I think this is how the chatbot functionality works. And if you have any questions, I would like to take them. But please, there is one question I see that. So let me give me a minute. Yes.